Introduction. I've always loved classic cars. The curves, the chrome, the way they seem to have a soul. So when I stumbled upon a 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air, or at least what was left of one, I knew I had to bring it back to life. Now, calling this car a fixer-upper would be an understatement. This thing looked like it had spent a decade in a swamp and the next 10 years losing a fight with rust. The seats? Mice had moved in. The engine? It might as well have been a bird bath. And the smell? Imagine an old gym bag that caught fire and was put out with pickle juice. But hey, I wasn't just restoring a car. I was reviving a legend. Restoration process. Step 1. The teardown, aka finding more problems than solutions. The first step was stripping it down, and let me tell you, this car did not want to come apart. Every bolt was rust-welded in place like it had sworn a lifetime allegiance to the frame. I lost count of how many times I said, well, that's going to be a problem. After some elbow grease, and only one minor fire, I had the skeleton of the Bel Air in front of me. It looked like the before picture of a diet ad. Step 2. The engine, or how I learned to swear in 3 languages. The original V8 was more rust sculpture than engine, so I had to rebuild it from scratch. The first time I tried to start it, it coughed, sputtered, and spat oil at me like an angry camel. But after some long nights, a few prayers, and enough coffee to power a city, I got that engine to roar again. Step 3. Paint and bodywork, aka. Let's pretend I know what I'm doing. Sanding? Endless. Priming? A mess. Painting? Let's just say I accidentally turned my garage floor into a permanent piece of modern art. But when that final coat of tropical turquoise dried and the chrome trim gleamed like a disco ball, I knew I was onto something special. Breakthrough moment. The big moment came when I turned the key and, after a second of suspense, the engine roared to life. Not a cough, not a sputter, just the deep, satisfying growl of a classic V8. I may or may not have screamed. I may or may not have cried. And I definitely ran around the garage yelling, "She lives!" Final ride and reflection. The first drive was pure magic. The way the engine rumbled, the way the wind rushed through the open windows. It wasn't just a car, it was a time machine. As I cruised down the road, I thought about how this pile of rust and regret had become something beautiful again. And in a way, maybe I had too. Restoring this Chevy taught me patience, problem solving, and that no matter how bad things look, with enough work and maybe some help from YouTube tutorials, anything can shine again. Closing line. They say you don't just restore cars, you rescue them. And maybe, just maybe, they rescue you right back. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go find my next project. Preferably one that doesn't smell like burnt pickles.